Hello, guys. Welcome. In today's live stream, guys, I'm going to be doing some David Walliam book reviews, such as Gangster Granny, Thing, Rat Burger, all that. Yeah. If you're new to the channel, like, subscribe. You know the drill. Links for these books, if you want to buy them, will be linked in the description below. So yeah, feel free to buy them. I don't know if my mic's working because it don't really work. It doesn't really show that I'm working. By the way, guys, just before we do get into this, just before I do get into this, let's just move over here. I want all of you guys to go subscribe to Hermycat YT. I'll throw his channel up on the screen now. So go subscribe to Hermycat YT. Because it's his birthday today. So yeah, if you're watching this, Brandon, happy birthday. And yeah, so all the books that I shall be reviewing are just there. We've got Thing, we've got loads of books. So yeah. Now, this may be a long live stream. Like I said, linked will be in the description below if you want to buy any of these books. So, yeah, it will say Gangster Granny with a link or Ice Monster with a link, and then, so yeah. So, I did this book last time. So I have done this book last time, but it was like a year ago now, so yeah, I think I'm going to change this up. So the reason why I'm live streaming this is so if you guys have any other questions, then I can tell you. And so yeah, so Granny, this is the book, and I've had this for over I've had this since year 5, as you can see there. So yeah, year 5, year 6, year 7, year 8. So about 3, 4-ish years I've had this book, so that's why it looks a little bit destroyed. But anyway, I don't know, I've been talking a lot. 5 minutes in, and yeah. Right, so as you can probably tell, it's on the screen now. But as you can probably tell, Gangster Granny, he is a gangster. He is a front book in case we didn't look at the side. But yeah, this is the front cover. Gangster Granny is a granny. Obviously, she goes out. So basically, there's this boy. I can't remember his name. Let me just have a quick look. I don't know his name, but there's this boy, and his parents like watching Strictly Star Dancing or something. And Ben it is, and Ben like has to go to his grandma's, but he doesn't like it because she smells, and she's always making boring old stinky cabbage soup. So yeah. But one night he asks his grandma, uh, or granny or whatever, if he can get some biscuits or something like that. I'm not quite too sure because it was 3, 4 years ago. And he climbed up to get the tin. He opened the tin, and basically what he found inside the tin was a few jewels. He went, and his granny found out that he'd been looking at the jewels or something like that. And then what he did is he basically asked Granny why she had them, and she made up this random story, and basically just yeah. So he kind of just made up a random story. Well, she did. I'm trying to think. And so when he gets back home, like he's not expecting it actually. Right, so basically, he likes going to his grandma's after he'd found the jewels because then there was plotting plotting a plan to steal the crown jewels, which the Queen obviously has. Yeah, they plotted this thing, and then one day, they kind of I think Ben went out because his grandma came, and basically what happened is that when he got back, his parents were there. I'm getting so confused here, guys. So basically, one day, his parents thought they love dancing. They've got in this weird, love-hearted uh, suit thing. What do you call it? Fashion, clothes, suit thing, and basically they all go into a rant with like this really really hot guy that hosts the show or whatever, hosts, I don't know. Oh, and someone hits him with a shoe instead of Ben, because yeah, it's all mixed up here, guys. So yeah, and then they're all going around, and then Granny and Ben meet up and attempt to steal the crown jewels. Now they're dressed in black, they're on a scooter, and they get pulled over by a cop. The cop asks them what happened and why they're at night. And then he says, "Okay, off you go." And then he says, "Wait, do you want?" And it's like, "Oh no, what's gonna happen next?" And then basically, what happens is that he asks them for a lift, and then basically he drops them off at the, what do you call it, Tower of London. And this neighbour, which is Granny's neighbour, is always watching over Granny with his son, just because he's like a weird nosy neighbour. And basically, when they got there, he saw that, and then they went in to break the jewels. But the Queen was there, and then she basically begged to take her and not him, but the Queen forgave them and just let them walk out the door. But outside the door was a whole SWAT team, and basically she got away because she didn't come back with anything. So it's like all done, and yeah. Eventually, but she has to like to go to hospital or whatever, and she unfortunately passes away. So yeah, a bit of a sad ending. Let me just show you. Where is it? Look, that's the part I was just talking about. On police, you can't really see it there. Where is it? Hold on, guys. A family sandwich. Silence. So silence is when she dies, I think. Let's just see. Let's just quickly skim it if I can do this. I'm just looking. She's not died yet. I don't know, but she dies. So yeah, that's that book done. So next book is less sad or whatever, and the next book is Billionaire Boy. Oh wow, that really does reflect with the green screen. So there's no green screen behind me, but it's just reflecting with the green screen that's over there. Anyway, so Billionaire Boy, as you can probably tell, he's a billionaire boy. Can't really see it as well, so you might just have to look over there. So you might just have to wait until it pops up on there. Yeah, Billionaire Boy is this boy that is really rich. He lives in a mansion, and instead of toilet paper, he uses £50 notes, and that's really it. So basically, he goes to a private school, but he doesn't really like the private school. Also, instead of going to a private school, his dad lets him go to a normal school. Well, he told his dad not to let anyone find out that he was rich because he wanted like friends. And basically, it's on the screen now, guys. By the way, Billionaire Boy. It's like someone like the writings in gold. So yeah, Billy, Joe it is. Joe Spud, and well, that's his name. And one day he was in this race, and he was really, really fat. Like, no offense, but he was like really large, we'll say. And basically, he was in a race, and there was this really, like, there was this other kid, and then basically he gave him a £5 note or a £10 note, or maybe, I don't know, a £50 note or something like that for him to lose a race. And then basically he agreed and let him win, but then at the end he was like, "Yeah, take it back, it's yours." But he was refusing, and then basically told him that he was a billionaire, and yeah, they became friends, and he was like, "Oh my god, you're a billionaire." And then he asked for some money or something, like something, because he was like poor or something, so he decided to like give it to him or whatever, and yeah, he decided to give something to him. And then at the lunch lady, then they had to go eat or whatever, and the menu was not that good. Excuse me, that's my phone. The menu was not that good because it's like toenails and something or whatever, toenail soup, frog spuds or whatever. What are spuds? I don't even know. It was something like that, basically, and yeah. So yeah, and then she had a broken hip, and then she found out that he was rich because I think his friend accidentally told the lunch lady that he was rich, and she was like, "Oh, can I have a few bit of money to fix my rib?" And he's like, "Okay, there you go," or something like that. It's not actually that because later on she asked for money to fix her rib, and then basically one day his dad had, because there was this really mean teacher there, and she said that she needed his homework within 1 or 2 minutes or something. She was counting down, and she had to quickly phone his dad. His dad came in a helicopter, landed in the schoolyard, and then his dad dropped him off. His dad gave him like £200 or something for his lunch money, and everyone saw that he was in a helicopter. He'd handed in his homework, but the teacher counted it as late. He had no choice but to do later picking duty, and the dad was mad, and yeah, that's all I can remember from this book. Sorry, yeah. So unfortunately, the next one is The Boy in a Dress. Unfortunately, I don't have that book. I have read it though, but I don't know where it is. Since we had two books, I think we just gave them both away since I'd read it. So yeah. I don't have it, but I'll tell you, it's on there now. The Boy in a Dress. Mine was an orange cover though. So the boy in a dress is about this boy that is getting bullied. I think it's about this boy that was getting bullied or something, and basically he had to go ahead and dress up as a girl because he, excuse me. So basically, he dressed up as a girl for some reason, and then because it was really bad in sports and stuff, and he really loved it, and he was getting bullied all the time. He just thought, "I want a new personality," so he became a girl, and he told his friend that, and yeah, it kind of spilled out, and then everyone knew. And then when it came to the football match, when it came to a football match, he was allowed to play, and he managed to score a goal. Also, yeah. So basically, he was just doing hard at school. I know this one wasn't the best. Just because I can't remember much, and yeah. So yeah, gonna go do read what do you call it? Boy in a Dress. Link is in the description below. So next book is Thing. So this book's one of the latest ones. It came out not long ago. Um, it's about this girl who had everything but still wanted more, basically. And she basically had toy cars, she had loads of toys, she had everything in the world she could want, but she just wanted one more thing. But what is that thing, eh? So, her parents got her a thing, which is this brown ball with an eyeball, just because they had no idea, and it kept grabbing on her arm. She had tried to get it off, but it never worked, and then eventually it escaped and started to eat the entire town or city or whatever. And yeah, it started to eat everything, and then it got out of hand, and then eventually it ate her, or something, and then for some reason she went to it went to a forest or whatever where this thing was from, and basically this giant ball thing with the eye, which is the thing, uh, that eventually spat her up, and then at the end of the book there's this like newscast guy that says there is a new creature, but it's actually just her covered in mud. And the guy called it a mud monster, and all it says is more, more, more.
Group
Which is
shout from blocked
murder,
hotels.
No, I don't know. Oh, and all she ever said in the jungle was more, 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 and that's all she ever said. More, 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 more. Or even though she was in the jungle, and eventually she attacks the news guy. I think I don't know because yeah, again, I've read loads of books since that one came out. So, for example, the Ice Monster. Yeah. Currently I'm reading what's it called? The new book, the Buckingham Palace, or whatever it's called. So next one is this one that's on the screen now, Mr. Sting. Now this one I read a long time ago. So I might not be able to do this one either. As much or as good, I don't know, but yeah. Mr. Sting. Um, so Mr. Sting is this guy that is stinky, and he is homeless, and he has this dog, as you can probably tell there. There's the dog, and the dog's also stinky, and then this girl here invites him in to her house, and then like her mother was like really posh or whatever, like stuck up or something, and she didn't want him in the house. And eventually, the news people came and to like interview him, and then the mother said something really bad, and then she got a lot of hate or something like that. I'm not too sure, but yeah. Hold on, what was I thinking? And she let him have a bath. She said to stay there. Why don't you have a bath? And he was like, okay. And then she said, okay, okay, or something. And she ran upstairs, started running him a bath. She came back downstairs, but he wasn't there. She looked everywhere, but he was nowhere. But when she looked outside, because in the back garden, she has like this mini pond with fish, and him and her dog was in the pond with the fish. And she's like, "What are you doing?" And he's like, "Oh, just having a bath." And then they have this talk saying, I'm having a bath here because this is where I have a bath. So, yeah, that is Mr. Stink. So, yeah, if you want to buy this book, link is in the description. Right, I am trying to make a bit of money off this, by the way, guys, because if you guys buy a book, then apparently I'll get a bit of money for that, like £2 or something, but I don't know, like £15 maybe, I'm not sure. So our next one is Grandpa's Great Escape. So this one came out in 2016 or 2017 or something. Obviously, Right, so what's this kid's name? I can't remember his name. Just give me a second. So right, so his name's Jack. His grandpa is just grandpa. So his grandpa doesn't have a name in this. It's just grandpa. And basically, what happens is his grandpa is like still thinks he's like in the World War, and he pretends he's in the World War. And Jack loves everything about the like military stuff from the war. And basically, him and his granddad are like grandpa are great friends. But one day, since he got in a Spitfire, which is the plane on the screen now to the left, well, was like what they're in now is that he got into a Spitfire because they broke into a museum, and then basically they pretended to ride it, and basically he went on the school trip, and his teacher were like Jack, tell your granddad to grandpa to get down, and I was like no, and then basically the security come and kick them out, and then after that basically he got sent to this care home, but really, well, there's this other person in this as well. So there's two people in this that are the same person. Now, the care home owner and someone that does the funeral, but they look different, but really they're the same person, which is when we find out with Jack. So basically, yeah, spoiler alert, kinda. But anyway, too late to tell you that basically what happened is he got sent to this care home thing, and you could only visit your unwanted loved ones 15 minutes on Saturday and Sunday, which isn't even an hour, and then yeah. So basically, you're not allowed to visit them until Saturday or Sunday, and you can only do it for 15 minutes. And basically, they're drugged, so like they're like just like unconscious. They're like using them as dolls. So like, there's like one of the what do you call them? Like the caretaker people, and then like they're just controlling them like their puppet. And basically, Joe's granddad was also unconscious. Actually, he was in a wheelchair. So since the owner was there, he decided to take him outside. So luckily, he wasn't drugged or anything. So luckily, he was able to survive. Well, no one died, but yeah. And basically, his grandpa told him that he walked around that night after they gave him pills and all that. And basically, he, he saw the owner writing lots and lots of wills for that are the dead people. It's like, I mean, the people that are in the care home, there's like a lot of like coffins in her office, and then basically she's scamming them for their money. So when they die, she's going to show them the will, then all the money is going to go to her instead of people that they actually want them to. So yeah, basically. So remember when I said the funeral person, and that person is actually the person that takes the money and stuff. So yeah. Um. So what they do is Jack comes to save them, just to save his grandpa, but instead his grandpa gets everyone with him. And basically, this is at night, by the way, and his sister and her boyfriend eventually also come. So basically, there's like these, everyone else is out, and then it's just Jack, his grandpa, and this other person, and basically they get into a coffin and slide down the stairs through the front door and smash it down. And yeah, after that they are all running, and let me think. Jack and his grandpa run to the museum, get a Spitfire or something, and they take off, something like that. And after that, they take off, which is up, up and away. And eventually, another plane comes by them, saying to land, but unfortunately, the basically the Jack and his grandpa said a few last words, and then grandpa tipped the plane upside down, opened the hatch door, and ejected Jack. But luckily, he had a parachute on, so he just landed safely. And yeah, after that, his grandpa was. They had a funeral. Well, the people that his grandpa used to work with also turned up, and yeah, basically, yeah, that's what happened. And they had a funeral, and that's when they realized that the caretaker, well, the owner of the care home, is actually the same person as a person that is doing the funeral business, like the priest or nun or whatever. And then she gets sent to jail, and then when he goes to bed, he looks out the window and he sees his Spitfire, and you can hear his granddad's grandpa or whatever, saying up, up and away, and then he smells, and then that's when it basically ends. So yeah, that's a long time of just one book. Think I don't know because no one's here, no one's turned up. I believe that one person turned up, but that's literally it. So I think I'm going to take a little break for 4 minutes. So yeah, as I said, go subscribe to Homie Cat YT because it's his birthday. So yeah. Other than that, I will be right back. So guys, I only just noticed, but um, the thing. Hello, new viewer. Unfortunately, for some reason, the live chat is not working. So, yeah. Next, was just a quick break, just because I was bored and hungry, and I just wanted a little break. So far, I don't know how everything is, but live chat is not working. So you might just have to leave a comment after the live stream, and I will reply to any comments. So yeah. Ratsburger is next. So Ratsburger is about this girl called Zoe. This guy here. I can't remember his name, but this guy here. It's called Ratburger, by the way. So if you want to go buy it, link in the description below. And when it says Ratburger, that's the book on there. So yeah, that's the book there. It's a bit better. So Ratburger is about this girl called Zoe. She finds a rat. She keeps it. She takes it home. Her stepmom is really, really, really lazy. Like she can't even pick her own nose. And she likes eating prawn cocktail crisp, I think. And yeah. So she likes to be eating prawn cocktail crisp. This is Zoe's stepmom. She eventually finds this rat. I told you about that. And there's this guy that always comes up outside of her school, always delivering some burgers. So basically, everyone buys them, but she doesn't. She just walks home and comes back later. But yeah, she does that, and basically, hold on. So yeah, that's that. She goes ahead and she basically goes ahead and go home to take that home, and then when she gets home, the next day after she'd found the rat, she found her rat in the toilet, I think, like in school. And the next day she took it home. Since her pet hamster had died, she took it home, the rat home, and then the next day she came home once again from school. But this time she saw a van that looked exactly like this guy's van, but instead it said exterminator instead of burger van or whatever. So basically, that is what happened. And basically, he was looking everywhere for the rat because she smelt it, and she didn't like rats, so she got the man for everyone to find the rat. And eventually, he did find the rat and take it away. And eventually, later on in the book, her stepmother tells her that she poisoned her rat because she was sick and fed up of it. And so, yeah, the rat. And then eventually she had to go over and find the rat. And eventually, once she finds the rat, well, she doesn't really find it, but her and her dad, because yeah, she has a dad because I think her mum died or split up with him because it was like a bit of like a tramp or whatever. That I don't know how else to say it. But I think her dad split up with his mother or the other way around, and so that's what happened with that. And basically, when they got there, they saw a ton of rats. A rat cage here, a rat cage there. There's just thousands and thousands of rats piled up together, squashed up like sardines, but in cages. And basically, she's like, "Oh no, what's going on?" And then basically, he doesn't know that Chloe, is it Chloe or? Right, sorry guys, this person is Chloe, I think. Um, or it's either Chloe or Zoe, but she goes ahead and buy. She goes ahead and watches what he does, and he turns the rats into like a piece of circled meat, like a McDonald's was like that, and then he put that meat into on a burger bun, and then put a burger bun on top of that, and they was disgusted, and then they found out and stuff, and then basically took they somehow destroyed all the cages, and then all the rats was free, and then basically after all the rats got freed, she found her rat, and then basically her rat Louis or whatever. Basically, they got back in the car and they started to drive off, and then the guy here. Well, in fact, before they even wrecked the cages, he says that he is actually blind and he has no eyeballs, and that's why he wears glasses. So basically, he wears glasses, right? And basically, he said that he runs people over, but and then Chloe or Zoe or whatever his name is like, how are you blind? And then he's like, well, I have to finish him off, of course, which means if he hits a person, he runs them over. So basically, if there's someone there and he knocks them over, like so, he's going to run them over and over until they are dead completely. Which is a bit cruel, and then eventually he gets put into a burger machine or whatever, and then he dies, and then all rats are free, and then he never comes back again. And then her dad gets the van, that burger van slash whatever van, and he decides to change it into his own van. And on the back it said Louis or whatever, which was the rat's name, which Lou stands for toilet, so Louis, yeah. So that is that. Now, time for my favourite book. Don't ask where's my favourite book, but the Demon Dentist. Now, if I could change the name, I'd call it something else, because like, I don't know if the author gets to choose the name of the book, or it's like the author, well, like the illustrator or something, but it's called Demon Dentist, even though at the end of this book it says, uh, it calls her like something else, like it wasn't Demon Dentist, but it was like something else. It was something dentist. This, and it was a bit different. So yeah, and basically what happens in this book is that this dentist here, let me show you this. Focus. No, not gonna focus. I'll tell you when it pops up on there. By the way, guys, next book is Bad Dad. If you want to buy any of these books, links are in the description. But anyway, she comes into a school and basically she tells everyone to close their eyes. Everyone close their eyes, but him and his friend decide not to close their eyes, and basically what they see is her looking around at everyone's teeth. Now, obviously, she's a dentist, so she might be doing that. But she had like really weird teeth herself, and him and her friend was shocked. Did I say her friend? I meant his friend, by the way, guys. So basically, what happens is that his dad's disabled. He's like in a wheelchair or whatever, and what happened? I'm not like, even though it's my favorite book, I'm not like too keen. So there's also this girl in this book. I don't know where she's come from. She was only 11 and a foot shorter than him. No, nearly dropped it then. So she's that, and yeah. Hold on. She basically she and him somehow got tangled up in, well, not actually tangled up, but he and her got tangled up in a cave. I actually did a PowerPoint on this once. In fact, if I could just show, like, so basically what happens is that she unfortunately was captured, and they was hung up in this like cave thing, and uh underneath them was like bubbling toothpaste. Now this was my English homework for year 7. Let me just try and find it. I know you guys can't actually see it, but where is it? Demon Dentist. So I'll just copy a bit from that. Let's just get this to a Roblox screen. Right, so as you can see, just ignore that, please. So if I just quickly let you see this. Right, as you can see, beware, this is a horror story with a lot of made up words. This was my homework, by the way, guys. So, yeah, this was back in year 7. So, Demon Dentist is about a darkness that had come to Alfie. So his name's Alfie, and strange things was happening in the dead of night. Oh yeah, when somebody put a tooth under their pillow, they would wake up to find snails, slugs, and spiders. Evil was at work, but who or what was behind it all? So that's that. And then why did I choose this book? Blah blah blah. So I may as well tell you. So a few of these like characters are the so my favorite characters is the evil dentist, Winnie, because I think Winnie is like her dad's friend or like co-worker that comes to, like, some sort of like doctor that goes to her house to help her out. So Winnie, because when she tries to get Alfred to go to a dentist, she says, "Come on, let's go get your teeth checked out." But actually, she's meant to say teeth. So yeah, she's like one of them people that has to say tanks instead of thanks or whatever. So yeah, is there anything else? Like, here's the part what I was talking about. My favourite part is when the dentist has trapped them tied by their feet on the roof of the cave, and underneath them is bubbling toothpaste about to be lowered into it, but do they actually get burnt and turn into nothing? And read this book to find out. Link in the description, and then this is me showing the cast, and then this is being Dear Kai Cedric, blah blah blah. Also, let's just change this back to the normal screen, like so. So that's that. Demon Dentist is done. I'm not going to tell you if they survive or not. Did someone just like and subscribe, or I don't know, but next one is Baghdad. Now, I've not read this one in a long time. Okay, so there's 3 minutes inside. As you can see, by the way, guys, in most of books, David Walliams at least, there's like a free something inside, like a mini or just something to do with the book. So basically, this kid's dad works for a gang, and basically what happens is that he gets into like a lot of trouble, and his son ends up finding out and all that, and eventually they just, like, he takes his son with him. Well, his son finds out, but his dad doesn't know that his son knows. And eventually sees that these 2 really large guys are bullying his dad, and basically sees that his dad went to steal something, and then other police after them, and they're all chasing each other. And then that is sort of all I can remember. I'm gonna be honest. So basically, they was driving around in this mini, robbing stuff. Their son finally found out, and then they betrayed those 2 people. They didn't get caught once. Basically, the son once joined in as well, even though he told his dad that it was bad. I can't remember it, so if you guys want to go read this, in fact, let me just read the back. Dad come in all sorts of shapes and sizes. There are fat ones and thin ones, tall ones and short ones. There are silly ones and serious ones, loud ones and quiet ones. Of course, there are good dads and there are bad dads. And then it says David Walliams. So yeah, go find this out. It should be the fourth to last in the description below. And we have 3 more books left. So yeah, and I've not had much people come to the stream at all. So if this stream for some reason cuts out, then I'm just going to record a video. So London, 1899. This is the story of a 10-year-old orphan and a 10,000-year-old mammoth. So basically, free woolly mammoth inside, just like the last one. And as you can see, I don't bother cutting these out or anything. So yeah, basically she's like on this weird ice cave thing. I don't know. And then she's like made some friends. And eventually she finds this woolly mammoth. And she decides to take it with her like group. But unfortunately, the police and army are after her and are in like this hot air balloon, and eventually they're on this ship with her. It's really storming. Eventually, the mammoth and then as they're doing it to get the mammoth alive or something, like give it like 10,000 volts. Like 1,000,000 volts to like get it back like together or something, and then eventually it comes back to life and it's alive and all that, and it's really friendly. It likes her. Unfortunately, the army's after it and all that, and eventually she gets struck by lightning. And if you want to know how they save it, read this book. It is probably one of my third favourites or something. So if you want to find out what happens to this mammoth and her with her group, read this book. A link is in the description. And just please go buy these books, guys. They are amazing. I'm not just doing this for fun, but they are actually amazing. So yeah. This book is unfortunately a little bit water damaged. So yeah. We're not long away from this book on the slideshow. In fact, it should be coming up in 2 pictures now. So there's the Ice Monster logo, book front cover, and then here is the Orphalanti logo. So 3 owl inside. What's it say? One of the National Book Award or whatever. And then as you can see, here's some of his books I had made. Obviously he didn't have Bad Dad back then or the Ice Monster, so yeah. So Orphalanti is about this girl with her awful auntie. I can kind of remember this, and I think this girl's name is Chloe. The other girl in Ratburger is called Zoe. For some reason, I just get awful auntie and the other one mixed up. So basically, but anyway, what happens is Chloe wakes up one day to find that she is completely covered up in bandages. And then basically her auntie comes in and says that she broke every bone in her body. Basically, what happened is that she had gone into a crash. And she broke every bone in her body, and then she got wrapped up. But really, what happened is, I think she eventually found out that she got like this. She eventually escaped, and then she realized that the reason that the day before she broke all of her bone, basically when she got out of the thingy, she realized, my bones aren't broken. Look, I'm moving them around now. She was lying, and then she realized that on that day, her auntie had made the breakfast, even though normally she doesn't. And when it was like on this cliff, if her her dad was driving, they all fell ill, and then they eventually drove over and died. But Zoe didn't, and she was just told that every bone in her body had been broken, even though it wasn't. And basically, what happened then was that it was like, I don't know, it was like just broke or whatever. And she eventually managed to escape, but unfortunately was captured again by her auntie. And basically, in the end, one of them things that breaks out your bones, like where it stretches you so much it pulls your arms and legs out of the sockets. She was put in one of them. She was aching. She tried. Um, Eventually she was forced just to do that, and yeah. So if you want to know how this one ends, go read it. Link in the description. And then the last one, unfortunately, I don't have the front cover for this one, but if we just wait a second, it'll pop up in just a second after Awful Auntie. So this is Bad Dad. That is the Ice Monster, which is what we've just done. Go buy these books. Link is in the description. These books are all amazing, so go buy them. They are in the description. Just go buy them. Yeah. And the Midnight Gang, that's a cover. So basically, the Midnight Gang is about this kid who's in hospital. He's like at boarding school, and he got hit in the head with a like cricket ball, and he never knew his parents that well or whatever. And what happened is basically he wasn't doing well or whatever. Well, basically, he got put in hospital, and then at night he saw that the people that was in his hospital wing was getting out or something, and there was this like bald girl that had cancer, and this boy was just left with that girl, and eventually they let him into the gang, but unfortunately the bald girl was not allowed. But eventually they realized. But eventually they. I can't. I don't understand. I don't know. But eventually she managed. She. He basically promised her that he'd tell her what happened, but then they said that he can't tell anyone, so he wasn't allowed. Basically, what happened is that they went down into the freezer and stuff and played around. And this new doctor was there as well, and he was the doctor that helped out with him. And yeah, that's part of the book. Yeah, if you want to go see what happens, read it in the description below. The owner of the hospital is actually really mean, and she eats chocolate she confiscates chocolate and eats them for herself. And basically, in the morning after they'd gone to a freezer to make someone's day slash stream, yeah, go ahead and see what happens. By the way, yeah, so go ahead and see what happens there. Whew, so we've got through all the books now, which is just amazing. So guys, there's just a few things I want to say. Thank you if you watched all of that. I know no one watched it all, but if you watched this as a video, thank you very much. If there was just a few things I want to say. I know I've already said this, but go subscribe to Brandon. His channel is up here, and then the 3 latest subscribers are on the screen now. So AAYT, Crazy Art, Lizzie, and we've already done Lit Cool LGC or Light has subscribed. They are all the latest subs. Go subscribe to Brandon, Homie Cat YT. it's his birthday today. So yeah, huge shout out. Go subscribe to him. Um, and last but not least, go if you know how like there's like all these fires in Australia right now. It would mean a lot to everyone if you could just go ahead and donate. It doesn't have to be like 500, but even $1 or £1 will help. Like just go ahead. Like every dollar is I don't know, but I'm thinking about trees. But just go help out with them, and oh my god, does this thumbnail look so weird? So basically, if I just search out this thing real quick, hold on, I'm just gonna do something. So I did do a live stream on this, live stream Australia bushfires and all that. I will leave a link to this on my creations. It's got 59 views. So yeah, I'm just gonna copy the description of it. So basically, yeah, let me just show you. Go subscribe and help out the people in need with the Australia fires. I'll go ahead and show you now. I'll donate to help out the bushfires, blah blah blah. By me. And I'm going to copy that. Go to my channel. Sorry, but live chat has not been on for some reason. Like, I apologise. Can we get 1,000 subs because my friend has somehow managed to get 1,000 subs and I have no idea how. So yeah, please help. So yeah, I'll leave this on discussion here. Help donate the bushfires here. I'll donate a new one. So there we go. If you click on this link, then something will happen. I'm just going to remove this, delete, and then I'm going to leave that like so. And then if you go here, you can see this. So sorry, you're not allowed. Okay, whatever. I'm not authorized, unfortunately, but yeah, if you go to that link, like charity/red or whatever, you can help donate and help out just with like the bushfires and all that have been happening in Australia. But anyway, that's it. Go subscribe now, like the video, just buy the books, links are in the description, they are all amazing. Go subscribe to Brandon, link is on the link. Yeah, that's his channel up there. Yeah, thank you so much, and I'll be seeing you all next time. Peace out. Don't forget to go subscribe and buy them. Buy the books or else. Thank you. Bye.